Podcast starts in 6 minutes. Podcast starts in 5 minutes, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Podcast starts in 4 minutes. And now is a good time to talk about Sons of Liberty Writers MC, who is a sponsor of the Texas Biker Radio News Show every week at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we come live at any time. At any time, you would want to subscribe to Texas Biker Radio News on Facebook or on YouTube or on Rumble. Yeah. And, that way you won't miss a thing. And what we do on this channel is we look at the news of the day, the week, maybe the month, or maybe the year, and we give you our opinions to what's going on. And let me tell you, every biker out there will generally give you their opinion. Now, they could be 100% wrong, but they're going to give you their opinion. So, yeah. And actually, YouTube doesn't like that. So that's tough. That's tough. We'll be going at it tonight. And soon here, we're going to start the intro, and we're going to start the recording. And here we go, everybody. Good evening, Texas bikers, bikers from all across the nation and the world. This is Texas Biker Radio News, and our sponsor is Sons of Liberty Riders MC. And yeah, we're on every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, what we do, our motorcycle club, our news podcast that we do, Texas Biker Radio News, that we do each week. Now, we are all about the Constitution, and we are all about the people who've had their constitutional rights violated. And we'll get at some of this as we go along here. But what we have to do today, besides we have a little bit of motorcycle news that I'm going to get to in a minute, what we have to do today is we have to question everything that's going on. And we'll go through this as we do this. And I've got to where I make cartoons about things we see. And it's kind of interesting. And also, we have some X-Files. Now, I will be talking about that, and I'll be talking about how YouTube didn't like, we got a couple copyright issues in the last podcast, and YouTube, they didn't give us a strike. They just gave us a copyright violation. Now, and I'll give you my opinion of that too. Because YouTube is not a free speech platform. And we'll go into the copyright issues. And I think you might like what I say. So here we go, everybody. Let's just pull things up first here. And we've got, today, it was announced, or this week, the 86th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally 2026, and I'm right here. And that will be August 7th through the 16th, 2026, and it's going to be something else. It surely is. And what we found out today, and let me find it here. Here it is. We're going to put this one up. 2026 motorcycle market, the big correction. That's what's going on right now. Heavyweights are feeling the pain. Middleweights holding strong. And I guess they were talking about street glides and things like that. The big Harleys, the big cruisers versus the smaller bikes. And they're going to try and make them cheaper. So, yeah, the heavyweight luxury, the big Harley, oh, yeah, and the middleweight. So, and then there's the sport bike crowd and others. Still, motorcycle sales are not good right now. They're not good. They're trying to make corrections. And, you know, I think the one thing they could do is their service departments is make them a little bit damn cheaper. I mean, it's crazy to do an oil change for $400 plus. Just maybe they ought to consider the people that supports them and have been supporting them for decades, especially Harleys. But then again, Yamaha, Suzuki, the list runs on and on. They now, I know in some areas here, the mechanics charge $200 an hour. That's for your Yamaha, Suzuki's, Hondas, whatever. No wonder motorcycle sales are down. Just my opinion. And many people are going to agree with that. The fact is, they're sick of it. They're sick of it. So now they're still trying to push the electric bikes, and they're going on. I don't see many on the road, if any, here in the DFW area. I know there are some out there, but they're far and few between. Now, I think it's maybe grasping a little bit better in Europe, but then again, charging station issues, range issues, stuff like that. Yeah. So, man, it's something else. So let me tell you about, let's get into the geo news. Right now, in the UK, they are in a civil war. Keir Starmer, he's refusing to resign. His party over there, they needed 81 to oust him, get rid of him, and they had over 100. They had over 100. That's enough. And people are calling for his resignation, and he's refusing, and he goes to 10 Downing Street and hides. Is basically what he's doing. And he's still doing the same old socialist pitch that he's always done. That's what's wrong. Socialism does not work. And the British public has found that out. Socialist health care doesn't work. And they're saying they're going to fix it. Well, I thought it was great. It was the best thing going. But everybody's raising hell. And now they're saying they're going to fix it. They got a lot of things they need to fix, including their military. And it especially got to secure their damn borders. That's for sure. Oh, and by the way, OG I thought he was going to be here tonight, and again, I guess he forgot it was Thursday, and they went out to eat. So I told him, okay, I got it. Don't worry. Enjoy your dinner. So, but as we pointed out in the description about the new axis of evil. Now, I added a few things to it, or we did. The new axis of evil. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. This is really, you have to think about this. So the new axis of evil is China. Number 2 is Russia. Actually, number 3 should be Iran. Oh, I'm sorry, North Korea. Then Iran. And then the Democratic Party, which includes universities. Yeah, we have to wonder, and we have to question everything that's going on. As we found out that mayor in Arcadia, California, was a communist spy for China. And she's admitted guilty. I don't think they've arrested her yet. Maybe they have. And it turns out Arcadia, California is 60% Chinese. Matter of fact, there's very little English spoke there in California, in Arcadia, I'm sorry. How does all this crap happen? Oh, I'll tell you, we have people within our government that are undermining us. And yeah, our universities, our universities, they're part of the axis of evil. It's insane. So the colleges, I discovered this in in Tyler, Texas, when I was in Tyler Junior College. And we figured out real quick that the colleges, and especially the junior colleges in East Texas in 1973, were full of foreigners. So then we found out our colleges are whore for foreign money. And a lot of the people came over on these visas from Persia, from Iran. And they put them on soccer teams. Actually, they were recruited. And so it's like there's a H-1B takeover. And that's really what's going on. We've got to get control of this stuff. We got to get control of it. Now, Joe Biden and the Democrats, and I don't even know if Joe Biden knew what was even going on, but as they brought millions of people into this country illegally and on these HB1 or H-1B visas, they come here and they stay. Or in the case of Tyler Junior College, they come here and they married a fat American woman. It was a sight to see. And yeah, when I checked it out on AI, they backed me up. Yeah, this was a thing. It was happening. Insanity, everybody. Insanity. So we have to question everybody. Everybody. So, and here's one of the things that is really telling to me. This is really telling. They had Congress, or the Senate, I don't know which ones were, they were having a meeting where a whistleblower was dropping information about Fauci. And so this big bomb is about the COVID cover-up. And the thing about it is, the Democrats, not a one showed up for this investigation or this oversight committee. And of course, the CIA, whoever else was involved in this thing, in the cover-up, they're still trying to cover their tracks. But everybody knows better. Everybody knows what Fauci was doing. He was lying. He was lying. So you have to wonder who these people are working for, especially Democrats that didn't show up. Are they part of the axis of evil? I think so. And Ghost Eagle is here tonight. How are you doing, bud? I see you there. So we have to question everybody. Everybody. Are these people the deep state? And that would include bureaucrats, which that basically what? The CIA, the FBI, and all the Secret Service, all of them are basically federal workers, bureaucrats. They don't make policies, I don't think. but they do influence things. And they do cover up. We know that. So we've got to question everything that's going on, because now we are a fraud nation. Let me get back. We are a fraud nation. We have people that Democrats have brought into this country, and our government has brought into these countries without no really oversight. People come into the country and they stay and they commit fraud again and again and again. And many of them attack our citizens. They are somebody in their eyes. Not us. It's all about them. Not about the American people. We have had our tax money stolen by politicians, by NGOs, by foreign entities. It's insane. And how China is buying up farmland, I don't know. Because they move slower than molasses. To fix what's going on. It's insanity. And our government has let this happen. Trump is trying his very level best to get this crap under control, and Democrats, oh no, they want to fight all the way. They are the party of the illegal immigrant. And I suggest to you, they just may be, many of them, bought by the CCP, Chinese. Now, over in Europe, they've given away their manufacturing base to China, and we have too. I mean, we all know that they're making our pharmaceuticals. And I remember saying, hey, we need to bring that back here. It hasn't been done yet. Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. I may be wrong on that. Tell me if I am. Comment. We need to question everything that's wrong, and we need to question every politician on both sides when they make moves that hurts this country. And they try to throw lifelines to these people all around the world that want to harm American citizens. They want to see us fail, and they want to see our troops fail in Iran. That's what they want to do. And yeah, Ghost Eagle, you're right. It's many of the Democrats, they're owned by Soros. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And these people that are out protesting in the streets, like they do it up in Seattle and Portland, daily, there's some issue that they're roaming around the streets like fools. That's what I'm saying. So our question is right here, who are they working for? Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer? They didn't show up for that hearing. Everything should be questioned by the American people. Everything. And Democrats need to get in freaking line and stop this socialist crap. It is not compatible. The Iranians, the Muslim, that is not compatible with the American society. Everybody's had it. Everybody's had it. Even young people on TikTok, they're getting it. They're getting it. Of course, they have those that are indoctrinated so much that they're willing to go out there and try and kill somebody. Maybe kill you, maybe kill me, kill the president, kill a politician. They don't care. They're being indoctrinated daily. I remember one of the I can't remember the name of them. Anyway, they were talking about getting their people to the point where they were okay with dying for the cause. They said it was hard to get them to do that. Well, I would think so. Matter of fact, they shouldn't be able to do it at all. Shouldn't be it at all. But what's going on in Iran right now, we need to finish the job. We need to finish the job. Maybe we ought to do a rally or something somewhere at Fort Worth or someplace and finish the job rally is what I'm saying. And Ghost Eagle says, I live next to Portland and it's a mess. You can smell it like an old outhouse. Ghost Eagle, I've never been to Portland, but I have been to Seattle. And Seattle's just messed up too, including L.A. And, of course, it's going to be interesting to see New York and places like California collapse because that's where they're headed. That's where they're headed. Going to be interesting to see what happens. So what's happening in Iran right now today? I just checked all this out. So the Iranian citizens, they're starving in many different ways, and the IRGC has plenty down in their tunnels. So there's a shortage of food. There's a shortage of water because they've mismanaged it. And so, yeah. Ghost Eagle says he doesn't go into town without his weapons. That's a good idea for everybody because I'm going to show you why in a few minutes. But anyway, they have no electricity. It goes in and out, especially in Tehran. No cash, no pay. All the ATMs are down. The banks are closed. It's crazy. And one of the ways the IRGs kind of kept the society there in check is they had really, really cheap gas. Well, that's gone because now there's a shortage. There's no cheap gas anymore, and there's a shortage in it. So yeah, there are big gas lines too. Shortages everywhere but bullets for their own people. They got plenty of bullets. Oh yeah. The axis of evil there is in survival mode. That's all they want to do is exist after this is done. But I think we need to take it to the next level. Just my opinion. Yeah. It's crazy. But let me tell you, I got problems with this, everybody. We found out, a week ago, that in Pakistan, our mediator between Iran, the IRGC, the mullahs, the ayatollahs, the ayatollahs, all that stuff. Yeah. So, so we find out that Pakistan, well, the IRGC flew their aircraft to Pakistan, out of sight, into a foreign country. Then Pakistan is hiding these aircrafts, and especially that C-130 that you see there. That plane, I think they got it from us, and it's a electronic warfare platform. Yeah. So they're hiding them there because they're afraid they'll get blown up on the ground. And Pakistan is playing both sides, I think. What do you think about that? Ghost Eagle says Taco Bell is still the best, cheapest gas of all. Yeah. So, what are we doing? Why are we letting these people negotiate? We need to cut this crap out. Cut it out. Finish the damn job. Finish the job. That's what I'm saying. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to talk about today again. The last podcast, like I mentioned earlier, we got some, not strikes, we had copyright infringement. Now, in that case, what they do is they say you don't really have to do anything because the person that filed the copyright had no problem with us doing it. So why did we get a copyright? Why did we get a ding over that? They didn't give us a strike. If the strikes mount up, they will cancel us, like they did before, back during the Fauci days. That was something else. Yeah. So yeah, here we go. So it's the big tech copyright cartel. And YouTube and Meta, you can, well, actually Meta will tell you about it. They'll tell you, they'll give you a script for you to try and follow. But when it comes to using another video, like I'm fixing to do in a minute, if someone plays some music on a video you happen to capture and you use, they'll file a copyright. I don't know who does this. I don't know whether they own the video or they actually own the thing. Maybe they, and you know, people can file a copyright charge on you and they don't even own it. In other words, they don't like what you're doing, so they file a copyright on you without really real investigation by YouTube. It's the algorithms that do everything on YouTube. There's no people involved in it. So anyway, here's my deal. I say, whenever we do a video, and you know these bands and people put up these songs and music videos, if you put it on the internet, here's my opinion. If you put it on the internet for people to play over and over and over again, and then we take a clip just for an intro or something, not even use the video, just use the music, you'll get a copyright for that. Why? What we're doing is we're advertising maybe a song that's been old. We're advertising it. Maybe somebody's heard it for the first time. We are advertising that music. I don't know why they have a problem with that. We're certainly not getting paid for it like YouTube does, or YouTube pays them. But they get money through advertisement. Now, we don't put ads on this podcast. If there's a ad somewhere in there at the first or the end of it or whatever, YouTube did that. And we don't get paid for that. We've never gotten squat from YouTube in 12 years. Never. So I believe if you put it on the fucking internet, hey, it's fair game. It's fair game. If you put it out there for people to see again and again and again, thousands of times, it's fair game. Now these people, and really the big ones, they're out there, they're making a bunch of money. You know, if they're good, they're making a bunch of money. If they're not making anything. They're not making squat. They're not going to. So, yeah, fair use works to a point. That's the reason we put that up at the beginning of every podcast. And, you know, we're going to use these videos in a minute. I don't think there's any music in them. But then again, maybe we're going to experiment and just we'll play the video and comment on it and not even use the audio. Is what I'm saying. But these copyright laws need to be changed. We post their music and videos. They get rich. We get copyright strikes. This is not free speech. This is censorship for profit. Everything, like everything I said, needs to be questioned. Everything. We cannot trust our politicians. Too many people are selling us out. Too many people are selling our troops out. They want us to lose. They want this country to fail. And if you're going against this country like the Democratic Party is doing, you know, I hope you go to hell. This crap has got to stop. If you're thinking about going out and killing somebody, why? Or if you're going to commit suicide, don't take your family with you. Yeah, that's a one-way trip for you, not for your family. They don't ask for that crap. Let's get to these. Well, I got one more thing I want to bring up here. Where'd it go? Here we go. We're going back to this one, everybody. Now, Sturgis, August 7th through 16th, 2026. It runs for 10 days. It's a milestone. It's the 86th anniversary. Sturgis salutes America for the USA's 250th birthday. Oh, yeah. And, of course, it says the location, Sturgis, South Dakota, and the Black Hills. Yeah. You can expect massive bike shows, concerts, Lainey Wilson, Leonard Skinner, and etc., whoever etc. is. Races, parades, scenic rides, and the biggest biker party on the planet. And I would say, yeah. Incredible, everybody. Incredible. So, Let's look at a couple of these videos here. These things are, I don't know what's wrong with people, but let's watch this first one. And we're just going to run it and comment on it, okay? And so, here we go. Evidently, they're having some kind of altercation. Oop. I don't know who this guy is. What's the matter with his pants? Uh-oh! He's bending the door backwards. Oh, then slams it on her. So he's giving her a cussing and everything else. And he's not paying any attention to who's behind him. He's not paying any attention. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Look at this. Going to jail time. Going to jail time. You know what? And they ought to put the woman in jail too. Yeah. Maybe he did. Yeah, she's giving him a lashing, tongue lashing. Yeah, that one there is what I'm talking about. What's wrong with people? And we got people out there just threatening and doing all kinds of crap. And young people too. And let's go on to this next one here. Oh God. This has got to be, I don't know, it's Washington or maybe Oregon or maybe California. Who knows? But let's look. Maybe you'll recognize something about it. Oh, man, brought that old man down. What the hell? Oh, what the hell's wrong with him? Why does it pull up his pants? What's the matter with you? Uh-oh. He's threatening everybody. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the popo's there. He can't run. His drawers are falling off. That little cop trying to trip him. Oh, take down. Take down. What's wrong with people? Huh? Ghost Eagle says, if brains was bird shit, their cage is clean. No. All right, let's do the next one here. These fools that go into these stores and start crap, whether they start stealing, whether they start mouthing, and then they want to attack. Let's go. That was a... Oh, now it's on, boy. Who's that guy? He's grabbing his butt. Oh, they're taking him outside, what they're doing. Getting him out of the store. Okay, let's take it outside, buddy. Uh-oh. He couldn't lift that big boy. Bumped the headbutt, yeah. Oh, now he's beating his head. Now that guy's the shop owner. He's mad. Now they're trying to stop him. No, you're going to kill him. You're going to kill him. Stop it. People, we've got too many people that are out of their minds. And many of them are out of their minds because of the Democratic Party and the crap they're pushing. You know, it started with Nancy. Oh, wait a minute. Maxine Waters. Get out there and get in their face. Oh, yeah. Started with that shit. Incredible, everybody. Incredible. Now I'm doing these videos. I'm doing it without sound, and I'm testing what YouTube is going to do. Because all we're doing is giving our opinion. We're asking questions. We want to know what's going on. As one of the politicians asked the other day, who is giving the orders from the deep state? Who is it? And I suspect it's Soros, it's Democratic politicians, it's universities, it's federal workers, it's a cabal, it's all of them doing input. It's like back in the Tea Party days, they would, the DNC would send out faxes to all the media. It was their narrative for the day. And it went all around the country and the world, and they're all basically saying the same thing. In lockstep, all day long, every day. That is still going on. Maybe not using a fax machine, because things are faster nowadays, and it spreads fast. Oh, yeah. Ghost Eagle said, yeah, it's both. It's Maxi Pad, Waters, and Pelosi. You're right. You're right on that. But these two yahoos, I want to go back to them again. Who are they working for? Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. They're against everything. They want us to lose the war. They want the economy to falter, which is not going to happen. And we'll see here over the next maybe 24 to 40 hours what they're going to do with Iran. And I'm telling you, we need to put the word to the White House. We'll post the damn number on Facebook and other areas and say, call them, tell them, finish the damn job like you told those families of the people that were killed. You told them, they said to the president, finish the job. And I say, do it. Ghost Eagle says, the lies from Democrats spread faster than a fart in church. Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in church besides farting. I won't go into that, man. But these two right here, they need to be, how should I say, gone out of politics. They need to go do something else. Because they are part of the deep state. I'm assuming, and I think I'm right, and I think there's a whole bunch of people out there that agree with me. With that, everybody, I hope you have a good evening. Think about everything. Don't trust anybody. And if they're out there saying that they want our military to lose, our country to lose, our country to fail in every way, those are the people you should not trust. Oh, wait a minute. I got to show you one more thing. I've been meaning to do this. Where's it at? Somebody gave me this for Christmas, and I've been meaning to show you this, and it's hilarious. Let me put it together. Maybe I can show it to you. I don't know if you can see that. I need to zoom. I'll do a video of it. And what it is, it's a it's a dog that charges the phone and it's humping the phone. Because once you unplug it, he stops. But yeah, I'll get a longer cord next time. That's funny as heck. And one last thing says those two blame Trump for everything. They have been in office since the American Revolution. You're right. You're right. Good night, everybody. Have a great day. Bye bye.